You know, there is no tiki drink more quintessential than the Mai Tai. Invented by Trader Vic Bergeron in 1944, the Mai Tai's popularity has endured to this day. Outside of the 44 original, perhaps the next most famous Mai Tai spec is the Ultimate Mai Tai, developed by this man, Kevin Crossman. It quickly became my personal go-to for a consistently great Mai Tai. And fortunately, here today, we have Kevin Crossman to help us make my beloved Mai Tai.
Aloha.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us over. This place is great.
Thank you. Yeah, it's coming along. Come back in 20 years. It'll be really, really something.
Well, Ultimate Mai Tai is basically my version of a standard 1944 style Mai Tai. So it's nothing too crazy in terms of the general ingredients. You got lime, you've got orgeat, you've got an orange liqueur, you've got some sugar syrup there, and then you've got rum. And in this case, what makes the Ultimate Mai Tai is the special 4-rum rum blend that I came up with, and which you have nicely displayed right here. So it's equal portions of all of these rums that they lean a little bit heavier. There's a lot of Jamaican in there. You've got Xaymaca from Planteray, Appleton 12, so you got a little bit of age on there. Smith Cross, and finally OFTD, which has Guyana and Barbados as well as Jamaican rum, and is overproof. And put all these together, it's over 50% ABV, so you're going to feel it.
Nice.
But if you're going for the Ultimate Mai Tai, you want to really feel the rum. You want to taste the rum. It's rum forward, especially in its components.
Now, is this meant to mimic Trader Vic's original rum blend, the 17-year?
That's a good question. It's not really intended to do that. I mean, first of all, I've never really tried that rum. I did taste the Legend. I know you got to taste it a little bit. And it is leaning in that direction, right? It's a heavier rum. It's definitely not a lighter, grassier style rum or rum blend that you sometimes have with Mai Tais. But it's not intended to be any sort of tribute per se. It's just, I thought I'd like to do a multi-rum blend, and these were all some of my favorites, and they work really well together to make a nice punchy rum.
Yeah, I doubt there's many people still alive that can recall what an original Mai Tai even tastes like.
That's right.
Where do we begin?
Well, let's juice some lime.
I don't know if you're ready for this, but I'm going to hand you off one of the greatest weapons / lime cutters known to mankind, the K-bar.
Oh, God. All right.
There you go.
So I like to cut off the ends here. I'm just worried about losing a finger now. All right.
Single-handedly won us World War II. I'm going to reach right down here. Don't think anything of it. There it is. The K-bar.
All right. I've never used this particular model. Mine's pretty close. These are pretty good limes.
Yes. Thank you, Costco. What makes a great Mai Tai?
Well, to me, what makes any great cocktail would be balance of the flavors that it's trying to use. So in this case, balancing the lime and the sweeteners with the rum. And if you have bad limes, if you have bad orgeat, if you have low quality rum, any one of those things could tip the scales on making the Mai Tai maybe not so great. That's good. Next,
so we had 2 ounces?
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, 2 limes.
Oh, perfect.
And there's some left over.
Homemade orgeat.
All right, cool. So how do you make this?
I follow the Derek's recipe from Make and Drink. It makes for a delicious orgeat.
All right, I've had his orgeat before, so this should be good.
So it's pronounced. You're gonna taste it in this drink.
Okay, so then we need some orange liqueur. I know you've got a couple of bottles here.
All right, so this is where it's gonna get a little controversial. Don't hit me, but I did want to make a suggestion, possibly. We have the classic, the standard, the dry curacao, and then we also have a competitor from Costco. And believe it or not, in a side-by-side test, I actually kind of prefer this one. And I don't know if do Do you think you want to try this?
Oh, absolutely. And
I mean, we're going off brand, though.
I think that, I do call for this, or Clement is sort of preferred, but this to me is like the least important part of a good Mai Tai. You want to have some orange liqueur in there, but if you're using Cointreau or Grand Marnier or Costco brand or Bowls or something like that, if you like it, if it doesn't impart flavors that that don't wreck the drink, use whatever you want. And then, of course, this is much cheaper as well.
Yeah, it's good. 40% ABV.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
The ABV is an important part of this, too. I think, so Trader Vic used rock candy syrup, and it's usually a richer, simple syrup, like a 2-to-1. And it uses a 1/4 ounce in this recipe, which is, what Trader Vic had. And a lot of people think, well, why don't you just use more Orgeat? Well, part of that is I'd like the sweetness, I like the mouthfeel, but maybe I don't want more almond flavor. And so if you like it extra almondy, or maybe your Orgeat isn't quite as forward, then sure, use more Orgeat. It's one less bottle to touch. On the other hand, if it's really forward, like it sounds like this one probably would be, you want to balance it out with some additional sweetness. So we'll do a 1/4 ounce each on that.
Perfect.
I can figure out where half ounces in here.
Kevin, where can we still find good Mai Tais still being served, besides here in the forecastle?
Well, it's a lot of great tiki bars have a good Mai Tai, although surprisingly, I've been to quite a few tiki bars where all the other drinks are great, and for some reason they can't make a good Mai Tai.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Which is really weird, because it's like not that complicated. But we were out last night here in Seattle, went to Rumba and to Inside Passage, and both of those Mai Tais are fantastic. Still making it great over there in Rumba. So
what are they doing?
Well, they have like a special rum blend that's different at each place. The one at Inside Passage is like a premium. It's like $26. So it uses some special blend of a bunch of premium rums. And as long as the rest of the ingredients are there, that's all right. I don't mind paying for that if it's good. Yeah, Appleton 12. You got good aging notes off of that. It's not a you got aging notes on here, and it's mild Jamaican flavor, a little bit of pot and column still. But then this is where we come in. We get the real funky flavors here from Smith Cross. Ooh, you can smell it.
Yeah.
I know that at Holly Pele they use 3 parts Karuba to 1 part Ray and Nephew. So that's a pretty good Mai Tai there in Holly Pele. Oops. Smell.
Yeah, Holly Pele is probably still my top 5 favorite tiki bar.
Yeah, and sometimes people ask if they can substitute the Xaymaca here. It has a certain flavor because it has a little bit of a cognac aging, so it makes for a sort of a little bit of a different flavor. So it isn't really easy to substitute. Like you could substitute, Lemon Heart or Hamilton 151 for this.
Well, what I like, and I know that you do, you blend these already in bottles. And it makes it a lot easier. So instead of having to do each rum half an ounce at a time, you have it all ready to go.
Yep. Yeah, flash blend is fine here, especially with 2.
Is the amount of ice important in this?
I have not done scientific tests about exactly how much. I know some people are very particular about that, and if you are, there's no problem. When I'm just making it home, I just usually just fill up the cobbler shaker, which is what I make at home. So I just fill it up enough, and I'll let you.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, it's dangerous.
What is dangerous is that knife? Yeah, it's got to be crushed ice. So nugget ice is fine, pretty close.
Oh, and then we have a strainer. Do you dirty dump or strain?
I just dirty dump.
Oh, you do. Whoa.
All right, now I do have a pet peeve about Rumba and Inside Passage. I do not love the giant snow cone of ice that they put on the top of their Mai Tai. It's a pain in the ass. Spent lime shell on top, and it could float in the body of the water a little bit. It doesn't always have to be right on top. And then that's a traditional garnish, along with some mint, fresh from your garden outside, which is great.
Yeah, nice.
So
what's the importance of the mint?
Just, I think, visually, and it maybe gives you a little bit of a fragrance in there. Like a lot of cocktails that use mint. All right, cool. All right, cheers.
Cheers. Nice.
Oh yeah, that's a nutty Orgeat. But even with, this being straight out of the blender and not a lot of extra dilution, still very room forward. It tastes great.
It tastes wonderful, yeah. The Orgeat does come up a little bit more. I don't know if, I think you're right. I don't know if I even taste the orange liqueur that much.
If it wasn't there, you'd probably notice that something seemed off, but it's not a really orange forward cocktail in the way a margarita is, because just as Orgeat is competing with it. And typically the Orgeat, you want to make it more of a focus, so you're going to use a bolder Orgeat like we've got going here.
Boy, yeah, this is absolutely delicious. If you've never had one of these, please do yourself a favor, source the rums and make this for your loved one, because this is for yourself, really. And this is unbelievable. This is, sorry, Trader Vic, but he improved on it. It's better.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me, like, what do you drink at home or whatever? Do you drink Mai Tais at home? I'm like, yeah, I drink Mai Tai at home. I like a Mai Tai.
Yeah.
I know how to make it. It's pretty easy and that sort of thing. I make other stuff, but yeah, I do drink a lot of Mai Tais. And I also drink, if I buy a new bottle of rum, I'll make, Mai Tai with that just to see what it's like, which is a great way to, try the rum in a cocktail like that, or with, just drinking it neat. So
nice. Absolute honor to have you on the show. Where can people follow you?
UltimateMaiTai.com is the website. I've got the sort of daily updates and a lot of historical details, recipes, deeper dives on these ingredients. Also have some tiki bar ratings and travel guides for a bunch of different cities like Seattle, Bay Area. Also Instagram, Ultimate Mai Tai is probably the best social media place to find me.
With this drink, will these rums ever change?
Well, that's a good question. Trader Vic changed the rum blend multiple times throughout his lifetime.
Because the story goes he ran out of it, right?
Well, because it ran out, or maybe it got too expensive and you wanted to use something cheaper, right? I mean, we've had this issue the last few years where this Appleton 12 went from like 35 and now it's closer to 50, and sometimes I see it for more. I mean, that's a lot of money, and maybe you do Appleton 8 because it's a little cheaper. If you use cheap ingredients, it will not taste as good. And, none of these are like 105 bottles or anything like that. Right. It's 40-ish. And, so I think it's all right.
Yeah. Make your own Orgeat and make your own Demerara syrup.
Yep.
So yeah, now we've made the ultimate. Where do we go from here? What's next?
What I'm doing is I'm just going around. I'm going to different places, experiencing tiki bars, experiencing Mai Tais. It's always surprising where you might find a good one, or something like that. And then I've been doing some speaking at conventions and things like that. I've got a couple things coming in May in the Bay Area. So look at the social media for details on those.
Well, again, Kevin, absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for making this delicious drink. It's my favorite Mai Tai, has been for a number of years now. My wife is always happy. I never tell her what it is. I'll make it and I'll serve it to her. And Andy will be like, ooh, I like that. Every time she goes, ooh, I like that. I'm like, yeah, it's the Mai Tai I make every week for you. But this is fabulous. So thank you very much for coming on.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
A ring-a-ding-ding. Unique New York. Unique New York. Hey, it's Pete. And there's nothing quintessential. Take two. That's one take Pete right there.
Period. There's nothing quintessential. Period.
I don't think I've seen another, online tiki show where they have a parrot on the guy's shoulder. That would really. How long do those damn things live? No.
Oh yeah, they're like, they live for a long time.
How long does a YouTube show last?
Oh no, the parrot. The parrot. Oh, my YouTube show will probably last another 5 months.
Pay attention, right?
Maybe. All right, so what else do we want to talk about? Oh, we are rolling? Oh, well. Oh, I'm funny. Oh, okay. I was blowing my nose and carrying on. And